It's a long way to temporary, and it's a long, long haul if you don't stay in business for a lot of years. Most businesses do not make it past 15 years, but then there are others that go for a lifetime, for 60, 70, 100 years, and even more. What's the difference? Well, that's what this advanced series has been about, is trying to identify the different things that help companies stay in business for what we call the long haul. Tonight's focus is going to be on a review of what we've been learning for the last 8 weeks, and then ended up with a focus on building a legacy after our lifetime in business. We've had a lot of different interesting subjects, and I will mention that we change this program every time we give it, and it's on the calendar for presentations again for the first of next year. I'll let you know when we're doing it, and in the meantime, as you're considering building your business for the long haul, if you have come up with some other good ideas we might want to include in this, please share them with me and let me know, and we'll help everybody learn more and move forward. My name is Steve Carver, presentation 1262, and I really appreciate you letting me join you on your journey into entrepreneurship, and helping join me as well. I'm not a lawyer or a CPA. I'm a fellow that's been in business for many, many years and still counting. Had a real good business day today. The grass has started growing nationwide, and my business is selling parts and mowing machines to help people cut their grass at home and in the field. So when the grass starts growing, my business gets real busy as well. So let's all enjoy the warm weather, because it's sure cranked up today. We are sponsored tonight and for the whole series, by the Small Business Center at James Front Community College in Kenansville, North Carolina. The actual Small Business Center is located in Warsaw. Here's a photo of it, out in what we call the West Point Center. That's where you'll find Joy Wynn, our director, and her staff, ready, willing, and able, and looking forward to meeting you and helping you any way that they possibly can move forward with your business. A lot of study guides went out to you tonight. I think it's 12 of them. As always, some of them are very interesting, and you want to save them. Refer back to them when you need to, and we'll talk about each one of them as we go forward. In 2 weeks, on May 26th, which is a Tuesday night, we'll crank up a new series, 3 parts. And all through the summer, we'll have something going on. But we'll have this 3-part series opens up on Tuesday, May 26th. So we've had Monday night series and Wednesdays and Thursdays so far this year, and now we'll have some Tuesdays. And invitation is open to each one of you. This is an advanced academy class. So if you had attended the basic classes, we will dive deeper into the subjects. And of course, positive cash flow is about as an important subject as we can have. And I'm looking forward to building a great presentation and sharing it with all of you in the next 2 weeks. I've been keeping up with attendance. Y'all have been an amazing group. Several in the yellow print up top here have been perfect attendance, and so many more of you have only missed 1 or maybe even 2 classes. So thank you for your continued attendance and working with me and working with your classmates. It's been very rewarding. Look forward to seeing you in the next round. So let's celebrate some heroes here as we close out this semester, and talk about you guys, because that's what it's all about. First of all, we had perfect attendance with Sherry and David, Veronica and Christina, Jennifer and Shannon in this series up through tonight. And in our Thursday night series, we also had perfect attendance from David, Shannon, Jennifer, Sarita, Edna, and Mary and Christina. And I know that takes a lot of effort, and I really appreciate it. But a big round of applause and congratulations to those of you who attended all the classes on both nights, Thursdays and Mondays, with David and Shannon and Jennifer and Krista. And I think all of you are with me tonight, so y'all have rounded out your perfect attendance, and very proud of you, and congratulate you for it. I know that puts a lot of hours in front of the computer screen and listening to me, and certainly do appreciate your efforts and hope it's been very rewarding for you. Let's recognize those folks who have won certificates. Sonia completed her course this time and became a Master 4 Associate. She's over in Charlotte. Makia in Kenansville completed the long haul course, and she has advanced to an advanced associate status. Jessica in Salemburg completed the course. Amber in Clinton completed the course as well. Sherry in Charlotte completed the course and advanced to Master 2 Associate by doing so. And old David had been with us, attended the course, and he's advanced to Advanced Associate. David, thank you very much. And completed both courses in this semester. And thanks again to you for your continued attendance and working with everyone, and for good advice, just like you bring in tonight. She advances to a Master 6 Associate. Raquel in Clinton completed the course. And Mary, hello Mary, good to see you. We've been thinking about you and talking about you. This is the first time that I have ever felt compelled to award more than one first-in-class honors to anyone in the single semester. But this year we had 3 folks who absolutely just blew it out, and all of them were first-in-class blue ribbon winners, and Mary was certainly one of those. So congratulations to you, Mary. We appreciate you very much. And would you like to have a word concerning your work and the series as we wrap it up tonight?
I just want to say thank you. I appreciate it. And for me, it just speaks to my moral compass and mission and purpose. And so I'm just excited to be able to share my gifts and talents with others.
Well, we're certainly thankful for you and look forward to working with you for many years. Thank you so much. All right, and then Thursday night, we had an invitation to come down to Clinton and meet personally, face-to-face, and share experiences and challenges and a little bit of refreshments and food. So our roundtable meeting was really fun and successful. So here's the faces when we got together after passing out certificates to the folks that were there, and very, very thankful for everyone, and got to see some faces and meet some people for the first time. It was really a great event. We'll be doing this again in the fall and hope that y'all can attend there as well. So let's talk about Sarita. She's with us tonight. She is our senior Master Associate with Master 15 Associate. That pretty much means she has attended and completed 17 different courses through the years and advances each time she completes one. She's doing virtual assistant work for a lot of people. We'll be glad to help you if you need some particular types of services, and also won our Extra Mile award this time. Sarita does our certificates for us all, and also helps me set up meetings. So thank you very much, Sarita. We appreciate you so much. Here we are showing off her certificates Thursday night. Jennifer King in Delaware, a wonderful lady. Had the first chance to meet her, learn more about her teaching career and all the things she's active in doing. So thankful Jennifer showed up, because we had a computer glitch with our smart board, and Bart and I couldn't figure out how to make it work. And Jennifer just walked up to it and put the voodoo on it, and it just started working. So we were so thankful she came. Otherwise, we would have had a little bit more difficulty completing our program. So thank you, Jennifer. So good to meet you. You're a delightful individual, and I look forward to working with you for many years. Here we go. She got a great smile and a great laugh as well. And how about Christina? It came right on in and just took over. She got her pet sitting business started. I had the pleasure to meet her personally. Hey, Christina, good to see you again. Thanks for coming in, and congratulations on your awards, and also for earning the extra mile award for doing extra work to show us that, how serious you are about moving your business forward. Shannon King in Faison came in, and so glad to see him. And Shannon wins the extra mile award. He completed both classes for the semester, and has graduated into the academy as an associate member. And we're real proud of Shannon. Justin Murphy, so good to have Justin with us. Well, he'll be with us later, I'm sure. Justin brought his beautiful wife Mabel with him, and that was real special for old Steve-O here, because my mom's wife's name was Mabel, and my wife's mother's name was Mabel. So we had a lot of namesake going in there. Mabel's not that popular name around, so we were glad to meet her. But Justin in particular, big, tall fella, quiet-natured, and just as pure of heart as you can tell. You don't have to be around Justin, but just a few seconds to know what a great fella he is. And he wins the extra mile award, graduates into the academy. And I'm thinking that we're going to see Justin's cleaning business become one of the most active and largest and most successful in the whole state. He's got it together, and we're looking forward to working with him, and is really promoting it. So let's keep following him on Facebook and sharing and sending out his messages to help that business go forward. So here's Jennifer again, another first-in-class winner. So proud of you, Jennifer, and all the work that you're doing. Congratulations on your award, and it was so good to see that great big smile on your face. She shared that on Facebook right away, and that's what I want all of you to do, is be proud of your accomplishments and let folks know that you are associated with the Academy, and maybe some more of them will join us. So that's about as pretty a smile as you'll see anywhere. So thank you so much for all your help. And how about Veronica? She's with us again tonight. Thank you so much. So good to meet you and your daughter. And Jennifer, it was good to meet your son that you brought with you as well. Congratulations on your certificates and your first-in-class recognition, and thanks for sharing it online as well. You've done a great job by doing that. So how about that? Here's the beauty and the beast. There's no doubt about it. And so good to be able to have happy and rewarding times with all of our classmates. So congratulations again. To all of you that are winners, keep on coming, keep advancing in the Academy, because it's really all about you, and to keep that going. So let's just make it happen. Let me know what your plans are as things change for you, or you got something coming up you'd like for me to help you promote. We all will be glad to do that. Mutual helpfulness is our goal. I asked you all in emails that I sent to you early last week, to send me suggestions on how we can make the Academy and our classes better. Veronica sent a note right on back, and I appreciate that, with some suggestions about offering more, maybe we should offer more templates and live examples, more step-by-step worksheets for marketing, and a number of other things. Great suggestions, and I'll certainly put that into play as soon as we possibly can. We also had a suggestion also from Jennifer. I thought I had a slide on it, but apparently I didn't save it when I added it. I did add it, Jennifer. Jennifer was asking for pretty much similar things about having a step-by-step weekly, things that you can do weekly, step at a step, 1 week at a time, to get your business started, and suggested we keep it at kindergarten level to make it easy for folks that are just getting into this world to help move forward. So we'll certainly be doing that. Jennifer, if you want to type over in the chat those suggestions again, that everyone can see them in case I left something out. So staying in business for the long haul, we had an introduction, and then we had seven additional topics that we've taken up each week with a lot more stuff added in. So tonight we're wrapping that up, but we're going to review everything that we talked about pretty quickly, so we'll get a summary of what this program's been all about and help us all summarize it and keep it in mind. This is the type of course that we'll give usually just once a year, maybe twice a year, but you want to think about it now, start applying what you can, but when we're offered again, just to come back and pick up maybe the next items you can put into play in your business and share with us what we've been doing. As always, we've had challenges to work forward, and whether it's networking, AI, customer service, hospitality, and ended up as being in a league of your own. We definitely want to keep that format going on with this series because it seems to really tie everything together that we're doing. Y'all done a great job sharing over in chat, and I see already tonight that you're doing a good job with that. Let me say hello to Vakia and Sherry. Good to see that y'all joined us tonight. You're welcome. We certainly have enjoyed your input through the last several months. So keep those chat messages going back and forth. Send each other emails. Use this as a networking tool to help your business move forward, to ask questions as David was doing tonight. There are a lot of answers out here amongst us, and mutual help is our game. Artificial intelligence, again, I believe everyone's heard that enough. The key is, are you on board that train? Are you trying it? Are you working with AI when you can, just to get a feel for it so you become more comfortable? You know, last year this time, we were hearing a little bit about it, but now every single news report that you see on television every day, somewhere in that report, AI is being mentioned. So big business, small business, start using it. It's a great tool, and your competitors are using it as well. The possibilities are absolutely endless on what it can do for us. It seems like the biggest challenge is just figuring out how to go about making it work for us, and that's what I'm dealing with, and we'll keep doing so. On the customer service side, it has to be on our mind all the time. How can we be better with customer service? And let me offer this suggestions, especially when you're selling products, tangible items. You need, as the person doing the selling, to really know your product. Not just to know the name of it or who made it, but to know the benefits, to know what it does best and maybe what the shortcomings are. The more product knowledge you have, the better salesperson you'll be, and the better customer service provider you'll be for your customer. Knowing what your product does really well is a part of selling it. Knowing what your product doesn't do well and maybe what the customer shouldn't have an expectation of, and sharing that is the customer service aspect. Being transparent brings customers back to you with fewer surprises. I have some implements that go behind tractors. And like today, we had a customer buying quite a few parts from us. And the parts that he was buying, I know after 50 years of experience, the reasons he's having to buy those parts is probably he's not greasing them often enough in the field. So when I sent him the quote, I sent him a message and gave him an asterisk. I said, these parts need to be greased every 45 minutes of operation, because most customers don't grease their mowers but once a day. And some parts just heat up real hot and wear out. So that may cost us a few part sales in the next few years, but it will win us a customer because they know that we're trying to see that they get the very most out of their investment. This is true with every type of product and service that we're going to offer to customers. Keep in mind, what information do you need to give to the customers to make them more satisfied with you and your service and to trust you more? Knowing your products is important. So if you're just getting into business and you don't have that history, you don't have that internal knowledge, find a way to gain that and make it a part of your tool belt so you can share with it. Hospitality, the way people feel about doing business with you, is a major reason they come back to do business. And the key here is making your presentations your business, your environment, a place that has a welcoming atmosphere, a welcoming atmosphere. So I was thinking about how I might demonstrate that other than a great big hug or a smile or something like that. So let's take a look at that. This is a house down in Charleston, South Carolina. And in Charleston, South Carolina, they like to tell you there that hospitality in Charleston is a major part of their history, even to the point that they've got a style of building where they have these stair steps that come up on the right and the left, double stair steps they call them. And that their term that they use are welcoming stair steps. So that is a great example of a welcoming situation. When we can take this logic and apply it to the way we greet customers at our business, that's a good thing. And if you have a legacy, an image, or a logo that it sends that welcoming message, give that some thought. Down in Charleston also, if you ever notice down there up underneath the porches, and they have a lot of porches, of course, they use sky blue paint on them, or Carolina blue paint up on the ceilings of the porches. So I found that to be interesting and unique, and they're proud of that. So when I asked the tour guide what the story there was, they said, well, there's twofold. They said they'll tell you right off the bat, historically, that the blue ceilings keep the ghosts away, keep the Hanks out of there. And I said, really? And they said, yeah, most people like to talk about that, but what they really know is it keeps the wasp from building their nest on the ceiling. And you know what? Every porch that I saw with a blue ceiling, I didn't see a single wasp's nest. Now let's carry that a step further. Norm and I came back home the following summer. We painted our carport ceiling blue just for the fun of it, and it really looks pretty. And you know what? Didn't have any wasp nests last summer, so maybe it's true. But the welcoming colors were very good. This is Carver Equipment Company when it was a real bricks and mortar business in Dunn, North Carolina for 50-some years. And this is a display of tractor loaders and backhoes right out next to the main highway through Dunn, Highway 301. And we always kept a good display out there. And what we really enjoyed through the years was, and I'm calling this a welcoming display, a welcoming invitation to customers, and that every weekend, every Saturday and Sunday, no fail, I guess, unless it was freezing cold or raining, we enjoyed seeing families drive. We had where they could drive through the display lot, front and back, and they knew of our history that we welcomed the kids to get out with their parents and sit up on those seats. And it was just like the state fair for them, driving those tractors and making the tractor noises. And it's a happy sight to see a daddy with their children or a mama with their children playing on a tractor. Some risk involved, someone could have fell off and got hurt and all that kind of stuff. I know that. Our insurance, we had insurance to cover us in case that happened, and it was quite expensive, but it was worth it to hear the stories. Now, many generations later, when a 79-year-old Steve goes to a restaurant in Dunn or anywhere around Clinton where customers used to come to our business, every once in a while someone will walk up to me, an adult, and says, Mr. Carver, I used to play on your tractors, and those memories go on. They make things last. So when you can have something like that related to your business, it's a good thing. It helps create a legacy that'll last for many, many years. So how about the hospitality issue? How do I want to wrap that up for this semester? I want to wrap it up with a simple statement. Go above and beyond what most people expect. Go the extra mile, just like we do in our award. Anticipate the needs and give the customers the information early on so they'll see you're trying to help them. Surprise them and delight them with the information you give to them, the little personal gifts, maybe free items or a special kind of discount. Surprise them by going above and beyond. I don't care if it's just one of these little chocolate kisses type candy things or a pen or something like that. You don't have to go out of the way. the little memory that you create there, letting them know that you were so happy to be able to serve them, lasts for years and years and years. And when it's done with a good heart and good spirit, people will remember that for a long time. Hospitality is 60% of the reason that customers will come back and do business with you again and again. So let's talk about some things now that we've talked about for the last 7 or 8 weeks. First of all, we talked about how important diversity is in business. Diversifications not only of our products, but also of the different customers that we serve. So we use the term many, M-I-N-I, or many, M-A-N-Y, to talk about the two words are both important when we're doing this. When you have more products, you're spreading your risk big time and helps you have a better chance to stay in business for the long haul. Diversification gives you a powerful engine for growth, and it carries some risk because you don't want to make yourself too thin, but you want to have the right balance there to give you sustainable success. Diversification is a part of the term that politicians are using a lot these days. Some people on one side of the political world are saying that DEI is a really bad thing, and I don't have to address that now because I used diversity. That's what the D in DEI is about, diversification. So yes, I would say that diversification is a great thing, and I'll say it as long as I'm in business because I know it's one of the things that keep you in business. Inclusion. Yes, diversification means including as many customer bases as you can into your business, as many generations as you can into your business, and including people of different faiths, of different origins, of different ways of thinking. Yes, we gain knowledge. We should invite criticism, invite different ideas. So Papa Steve-O here, it comes down solid in favor of DEI. I think it's great for small business. I think it's great for profits. I think it's great for everyone except those that are trying to hide something or disadvantage some people for whatever reason. They have a prejudice that they're trying to disadvantage someone. So that's old Steve-O's opinion. You got it. You're welcome to your own. But from the business standpoint, you think carefully before you start slicing and buying into ideas that we don't want diversity, we don't want inclusion. I think you're making a bad move there from an entrepreneurial standpoint. So keep that in mind. Many. So you want to have as many profit centers as you can manage, but you definitely want to have some definite profit centers that bring in new business. That is, you are developing a part of your business designed at bringing in new business. Now, you're having to take customers away from your competitors when you're doing this, so that may mean you don't have quite the margins that you really need for a sustainable business, but you still need to bring in new business because the business will lose a third of its customers every year doing everything right. It's just the way things happen. You also want profit centers that are designed for upsells and for continued business. You want to be able to offer and push those items because you want some things that people need, some things that people want. You want some things that you can make some pretty darn good margins on them. And that has to be a part of your structured plan to bring people in and then have a plan to keep them once you bring them there. You're not the state fair. You don't want your customers to leave and not come back to see you for a whole year. You want them to keep coming back. And lastly, I'd like to recommend that you definitely plan to make some good money, that you have some items that will bring in some significant amounts of money. I like to call them high dollar tickets maybe. So that if you don't have some high dollar tickets, it's really hard to end up with enough profit at the end of the sale to say you did something, to have something to show for it over in the bank. So let's plan to have some items that we can make some good money doing them and have some profits to show it and be able to set aside some savings or returns on our investment to do that. So planning to do that in your diversity is so important. Customer relationship management is another topic that we focused on, and this also needs to be something that is structured in our business. The discipline and the excellence that we demand of ourselves towards keeping customers front and center is absolutely important. If you have to do more than just dream about success, you work for it by taking the actions that have results to them, and you can prove it. Retention, customer retention. Remember, we had that profit center to bringing them in, and then we got profit centers to keeping them. This is part of your customer retention plan. But in addition to that, we have to not only have the profits there, but stay in touch with them, deliver consistent values and service, to let them know that you're committed to staying in business. And several of you, especially our winners of the First in Class Awards, I want to congratulate y'all's extra. I can see those messages in what you're promoting. You need to keep doing that. That's a good thing to do. Guerrilla marketing is a major consistent thing that we can do to keep our customer base growing and keep doing that. And we talked about that. All of us has helped each other doing that. So you can already see we had a pretty busy couple of 3 months here talking about a lot of things. But when it boils down to the end of the day, it's earning trust. And it's staying with our own standards, with our own morals, and having a strong and transparent moral compass. Really important. Tonight I was working on notes as we were just getting started here. I'll introduce a new series, or at least a special interest on stay in the course is what I'm going to name it, and different ways that we need to plan as business owners to stay the course on our moral compass and to reach our goals and such as that. So staying in there with it. Developing strategy is more than just saying, okay, I'll take it as things come. I'll roll with the flow or just drift down the river. If the river's going slow, I'll go slow. If I'm over in the rapids, I'll just ride them out. That's not the plan I want you to have. I want you to develop a strategy, put it in writing, and then you'll have a course, a pathway to get you to sustainability and to the long term. And I know that if you just started your business, this may be a little difficult to do, but use AI. Say, help me plan a structured path for my business to make it for the long haul. Every one of you's business and your goals are different, but if you've got a path to follow, you have a chance of getting there, and it goes a long way. Develop that strategy. Doing your branding, building your reputation, huge factor in staying in business for the long haul. Dr. Mary coming forth with the brand about the fairy godmother, titles like that, things that will stay with people. David's branding with Daddy Rabbit, light and humorous, but indeed people will remember that. That's a good thing to do, and we all need to think about how to do that. I'm seeing Janet's freelance tax consultant, good logo, good thing, easy to remember. Put a brand on yourself that you're proud of, that you can put some colors and a logo with it. It'll go a long, long way to help people remember you and to stay with you. Then we had a course of 1 week on the 4 cornerstones of staying sustainable: leadership, budgeting, adaptability, and customer first. All those are super, super important, and we talked about those as much as we could. Most of you, maybe all of you, except for Janet, have sent in a mission, vision, and promise statements. They are critically important. I salute all of you for having done that, because what that tells me is you are making promises to yourself and you're putting it in writing. And those promises you're sharing with your customers, your potential customers, and they will remember that and respect you for it. You can't do anything in my opinion, uh, more important to build your own foundation of determination, and that's more important than coming forward with a mission, vision, and promise statements that you're living by and you're committed to. Remember, we talked about the big decisions that are in front of us, and we'll be taking some big risk. So, what are the things that's going to help us make better decisions? Finding the wisdom, remembering the pivot points, the importance of diversification, and avoiding critical mistakes are so important. How do we do that? You identify your risk. Have you all done that? Have you thought about it, made a list of what your important risks are? Being determined to learn and adapt from setbacks. And what Steve here is suggesting to you is know that the setbacks are going to come. Know that there's going to be some disappointing days. They're here. But try to have that in your mindset instead of causing you to go into depression. Have that determination to, excuse me, to rebound and to consider it a learning experience and say, okay, I'm still in this game. I'm going to keep plugging and I'll learn each time so that I'll have fewer setbacks as I go forward. And then be proud of yourself when you have a mission accomplished. That's important because indeed in the long haul, you may say, well, if I don't stay in business 66 years like Steve has, then I'm not going to have a mission accomplished. Well, that's not true. This past Thursday night, and with the end of this course, you guys have got a mission accomplished. You got a brick that you've laid right here, and be proud of it. I'm so glad to see you telling the rest of the world that you've gone past another milestone and ready for your next one. Not that you're ready to quit. It's just, hey, I have done this, I've done it right, and I'm ready to move on to my next challenge. That's your mission accomplished, is when you keep on moving forward. I want you to have an awareness factor. Be aware, keep your eyes open, keep your radar turned on. Remember the 3 pivotal points. Do you remember what they are? The 3 pivotal points for our businesses. The earning points. When you get to a point that your business is not earning enough money to take you to the next level, that's an earning point that you need to make the changes to get you there. And usually the changes is to bring in more or different profit centers to help you move forward. And then there's the learning points. Are you at a point where your knowledge is just kind of maxed out? And for you to go forward, you got to learn some new things and set aside the time to do it. Well, I'm definitely there. AI has just kicked my butt so far, and I'm planning on getting past it. But so I may have to bring in some help from some of you guys to help me get through some bridges here. But learning points are always going to be in front of us as we do business. Okay, just accept that as a fact. And then the turning points. The turning points are those places where you're going down this path in the business, and you get to a point where you just need to turn right or turn left. You have to make a major change, and there's places you can do that. And if you're not aware of it, you pass that exit, and you just miss the opportunity sometimes altogether. So what are turning points? And maybe what I didn't bring out enough, and I'll plan to change this in the future, is turning points can sometimes be opportunities that are open to you. And they're here right now, but they're gone tomorrow. So a turning point may be being aware of opportunities, to have my radar kind of tuned in to give me a little alarm if something is happening here that maybe I ought to take a closer look at this and maybe just put on brakes, pull over, and study it deeply. I had a customer call me last Friday coming to buy parts, but he also said, Steve, I understand you help people start businesses. And I said, yeah. And he shared with me an idea. He's down in Lumberton, North Carolina. He shared with me an idea he had that I think is fantastic. And my advice to him was, you write this down, you hold on to this, and let's study this. I'll be glad to look at it with you, because this could be a really good opportunity. So instead of just letting it blow by, maybe make a little note of it or a little conversation, write it down and say, I'm going to dive into this and see if there's a real opportunity here, because that may develop into a turning point in your business that just sets the whole world into a different settings. I'll share with you this. I don't talk to many people that are in business for the long haul that won't tell you and attest to you that they're making more money, or certain things have helped them stay in business that they never dreamed that they would be doing. Opportunities come along, and if you don't have your arms welcoming opportunities, you won't have that chance. So I can tell you now that when we started out as a Alice Chalmers tractor dealership in 1959, I never dreamed that a major part of our business would be industrial forklifts, or I never dreamed that a major part of our business would be construction equipment with these real high SkyTrack telelifters. Never dreamed that a major part of our business would be a large rental fleet. I never dreamed that a part of our business would be to have several smaller businesses tied to us doing mowing contracts, doing government contracts, doing leasing contracts. So those all were turning points that I was fortunate enough to do it. And I sit and think, you ever second guess yourself? Well, I certainly do, because I sit and think about all the what else, if I'd have done this or that all through the years, that what would have been different. And there's 1,000 of them, so I can dwell on that if I allow myself. But I have to kick myself in the butt and move on. Thinking about the what else don't get you anywhere in the future. Looking at what the real opportunities are that you can take advantage of now is what makes a major difference. So we have to keep that in mind. And I see that Sherry is with us tonight. Sherry, we love you so much, and you've been such a joy for all of us, sharing your spontaneity with us. And a young lady just getting started authoring, and I know that there's so many opportunities for you to go forward. These turning points can be a major factor for you to make a big difference for you. Christine, I think the same things apply to you, having met you now. So, and the generation thing last week, right? Man, that's a heavy topic, a lot going on there. Are you giving serious considerations for your generational opportunities as you come? The difference that the different customers can bring, staffing for generations, thinking about our training, our leadership training to best serve the different generations, and having a personal goal that you are committed to, that I want to have a business, or I want you to have a business that is built to serve as many generations as possible through the years. And is that a part of how you're presenting your labels as you go? Remember, we talked about the 5 different generations that we're dealing with now, and different ways they think and look at items. You need to be aware of that and where they fit into what's going on. How many different generations or how many customers can you build into your business to serve generations of your families through the years? So now we'll come up to our main topic tonight, and that is, what's legacy all about? What's that all about for you, for your business, for your employees, and for the business? So sometimes I want to talk about legacy because for whatever reason, it is saying to them, okay, I think I'm talking about my obituary here. Think about how people are going to read about what happened to me when I died and where I'm buried and all that kind of stuff. Well, obituaries are very important, there's no doubt. And a business owner or someone that has been in customer service or community service through the years, when they do write the obituary, a lot of their legacy is going to be spelled out there. There's no doubt. So the two terms are kin to each other, but they're altogether different. A legacy is the enduring impact the enduring impact that a person has on the world and the people in it. An obituary describes a person's life and their accomplishments. So there is a difference there, and they both are important, no doubt. The enduring impact and reputation beyond the financial gains that you made, but the impact that your business has on the community or an industry is so important. When the company is built on good core values and a unique culture and making regular contributions that ripple through several generations, then that's when you're creating a legacy. So my young friends, I can say to you right now, and you may not have realized it, but let's put it in writing. You are writing your legacy now. This isn't something you wait till you're 60, 70, 80 years old to think about legacy, because it's happening for you right now. Are any of us guaranteed another minute? Every one of us might not be here tomorrow, right? So some loved one, some friend of yours may be writing your obituary and your legacy tomorrow. So know that it's there, and take pride in the fact as you're accomplishing things to be proud of that and to list them and write them and to keep that process going on to build your legacy so it will last for many factors. And what are the factors that helps you have a legacy to be proud of? Quality and ethical integrity, innovation and adaptability, being involved with your community, and making some gifts of not only money, but also time and talent, showing people that you're willing to share. And then so important is planning a succession, giving your business, giving your life, giving your reputation a chance to keep growing, to keep moving forward. And that's maybe the hardest challenge of all, but the most important legacies are those that last for many generations. And you can see that all around you when you take a stop and take a chance to look at it, as we will a little later on. Integrity, innovation, adaptability, engagement, and giving and planning for the future. Those are the factors that we need to think about. Your commitment to delivering high-quality products and service while upholding ethical standards is so important. Many of you know, and I have seen so much time, that a lot of companies will come on board. We see these ads on TV all the time. Buy this now because you have to buy it now because we're going to quit making it next month. Or this is the last time you can order this. Is that message saying we want to be a long-term provider of service and products to you? No. It's saying we want your money right now. We're going to send you something. It'll have a lifetime guarantee. But if we're gone next month, who are you going to go to see that guarantee fulfilled? Give that some thought when you're making thoughts about people that you see advertising, but give it even more thought when you're saying, are you prioritizing your long-term growth and sustainability by sharing values, maintaining a strong culture, and doing things that really contribute to your long-lasting legacy. Products being reliable and services being reliable are really important. A bakery can probably sell a lot of products, but they win more customers to their name brands and their branding effort if they ensure the customers that you're using high-quality products and a clean environment. Addressing customer issues are very important to do that. Making your operations transparent, letting folks know that you're proud of your employees, you're proud of what you're doing, and you promote that as being transparent to it so that you can build trust with your customers. Integrity in pricing, fair pricing policies. Yeah, you got to make a profit, but you don't want to take advantage of anyone. You want to make prompt payments yourself so that you build a good credit reputation for yourself. And staying involved in the community shows the people, the living souls in your community, that you're here and that you're a player, and the same factors that are affecting them, that you care about that. lot to consider. Lot to consider. It's all not going to happen overnight. But if we've got this built into our plan, it can work for you for many, many years. Being willing to change, make the changes that you need. Keeping DEI in your business, keeping it as a major factor will help you keep evolving and cater to the changing expectations of your customers. How do you do that? You got to be willing to keep talking to them, keep asking questions, and invite input. As we've said already, if you're not changing with the automation and with AI, then you're getting behind. If you're not into e-commerce platforms, then the competitions don't have an advantage on you. Social media marketing getting bigger and stronger every day. But remember what we talked about last week with the social media can be so different with the different generations. We have to keep studying that and see which social media is going to apply best for us. Your business model, as Shannon and I were talking last week on the sidewalk in Clinton. Shannon, I appreciated that conversation and a chance to share a few minutes with you. We have to keep looking at our revenue stream and what portion of it is doable and what portion of it is shrinking or not heading in the right direction, and figuring out some way to change that revenue stream to keep us in business. And there'll come a time when we get to a earning point and a turning point that we have to make changes. You got to be willing to do that. You have to be willing to find that niche, that way that keeps you in business, gives you enough money to stay alive and to thrive for the long term, and the long term being so important. At the same time, we have to be adapting how much work can we do and stay healthy, how much work we can do and stay the good person that we want to be, how much time can we give our business and take away from our family or obligations that we have. It's a real balancing act. And the failure to balance it one way is saying that we're going to burn out early, we're going to be tired and disgusted, and not be the person we want to be for our customers and our families. Eventually that leads to us being disappointed in ourselves, and we'll create our own burnout. And we see that in people all the time. We know that disease and illness can set us back, turn us upside down. A major surgery on our knees or on our shoulder or on our neck or on our back, a traffic accident can take us out of our small business for months or even a year, and we have to start rebuilding. And it's a huge challenge. And it takes a lot of gumption, takes a lot of intestinal fortitude to keep on keeping on. I know that several of you are facing that right now, and I'm so proud of you for hanging in there. Going through the milepost of completing this course was a major effort for some of you, and you should be proud of yourself for completing that. So that's enough for our sales and our look at our internal issues, because we got to keep our main focus on what? On what is our customer's experience. Our customer's experience is the difference in whether they recommend other people to do business with us. Our customer's experience is the factor in whether or not they keep coming back. Our customer experience is the major factor in how do they talk about us for many years to come. Now, I'll share with you, and you already know that when you're having conversations with your family and friends, if a business does somebody wrong or they're disappointed about it, they'll talk about that 10 times more than they do if somebody does something good for them. So it is a big deal to keep your nose clean and make sure you keep this customer experience factor foremost in your business decisions as you go forward. It's a major situation. Now, in the community, That sign out on the ball field at the community softball park may have cost you $100, but if they're going to leave it up there for 3 or 4 years, that may be some really good advertising for you. An ad in a local cookbook or annual, probably not such a good investment, because you want, when you're making investments in your branding, you want to put it in places that people will see it for years, and to do that. But who is the best advertising factors that you have? Number one, if you have employees or family out in the community bragging on you and your business goes on every day, and it's very inexpensive, but very, very important. If you're building a reputation for yourself and for your business with its employees, and you're known as a company that treats people right, and you have higher morals, and you look after your customers and what it should be, you're determined for 100% satisfaction, your community is going to stay with you. Maybe you're thinking you don't need to worry about the local community because you're doing everything on the internet. Well, that's not a factor, because your local roots in the ground base has everything to do with your long-term survivability, because that's the places you're going to find your raving fan customers. That's the people that's going to stay with you. That's the people that give you testimonials. And in good times and bad times, your local community is super important. So be active in your church. Be active in your local civic groups. Be active in your Chamber of Commerce. Let people know that, yeah, I've got roots here. I'm proud of this community and proud to be a part of it, and proud to help make it a better place. Don't be ashamed of your community, or your community will shun you. It will happen. Volunteerism, hosting certain events, participating in pop-up events, sponsoring scholarships, being partners in schools, giving special classes for youngsters, mentoring, things like that don't cost hardly anything, but go a long way with showing the community that you really care. Now, moving to succession planning. And we will do a whole series, a whole course on how to plan a successful succession for your business, starting from day one all the way for many years. So that's another course that'll be coming up in the future. But you want to start right now tonight, knowing and signifying that if something happens to you today, what's going to happen to this business that you've got started and running? And maybe it's a way that you can generate some money. Maybe it's a way you can leave your business to a friend or a loved one. Maybe it's a way to keep the business going on. Maybe it's time to take on a partner. Lots and lots of different opportunities to consider. But number one is your determination that you know that at some point in time, maybe sooner or later, someone's going to inherit your business, even if it's brand new. But if it's incorporated and there's money in the bank and obligations to be fulfilled, who's going to do it? How's that going to happen? So give some thought to that. Do some planning. It's going to be real crucial for you. It might be through your family. It might be bringing in someone that actually buys the business from you. Maybe a third party altogether different. Just ideas here that maybe you're doing something that some other group of business people are already doing, so they might want to buy your business or merge it into what they're doing, and there can be some financial rewards there for you. Or maybe the management and the time that it takes to run your business as an individual is not working out. But if you merge or move into with another group, maybe you can lighten your workload and increase your profitability for yourself. So mergers, indeed, sometimes in small, individually owned business is a good option. I tried to do that for a number of years. I talked with as many as probably 6 or 8 people about merging my business with others, and it was really a difficult thing to do in my situation. So I just had to keep waiting until I could find someone that wanted to buy it, that I was satisfied with, that would look after my customers, and was able to do that. It's a long-term type thinking. It's not going to happen. The key factors are quality, ethics, innovation, engagement. You can ensure that you'll have a better chance of having a successful succession if indeed, and maybe only if, you have adhered to all the other things we've talked about tonight. All these factors from day one, if you've got a good plan in place and you're sure you're addressing each issue, when you're marketing your business to a potential buyer, it's going to look a whole lot better than if you've just been flying it by the seat of your pants without a plan. So that's my best advice for you. I can tell you that in this, I was able to do well. I've made some real bummer mistakes through the years, like anyone who's been in business a long time. But when it came to putting a presentation together, why someone would want to take over and purchase my business, because of these courses, I knew how to lay it out, and it just made a major positive difference, and that the potential buyer could see past just what I was saying, or just see past my financial statement, but really give them the encouragement they needed to give it serious consideration. At the end of the day, all of you want to be in a league of your own. That's what I want for you. That's what you want to do. And I'm so happy tonight to bring you an example of that just tells the whole story. So tonight we as a group, as a class, are going to salute North Carolina's oldest continuous small business. Anybody ever heard of this one? The Washburn's General Store in Bostic, North Carolina, is recognized by most professionals as the oldest continuous running family-owned business in the whole state. I never heard of it until last year when I did this research so I could make this presentation. And I am so looking forward this summer to taking a few days and actually driving over and to meet this family, because they're absolutely incredible. Now, Bostic, North Carolina is over close to Morganton. It's a general store type operation that we've all seen, but this one is really special. First of all, it's in one of the most beautiful parts of the state. And notice that on our Facebook page, they got over 3,000 likes and almost 4,000 followers. So that speaks to their ability to do some good marketing. Just an old-timey store that we might see in any one of our small communities anywhere in North Carolina. And there it is. It's a community store, and Bostic is just a little community. But remember when stores used to have the soft drink machines outside like that? Of course, most of that's in the past now because so many people break into them. But apparently in Bostic, that they can leave them outside. So if you go over to Rutherfordton and Mooresboro and close to Shelby, down below Morganton, that's where you'll find the E.N. Marshman General Store. West of Charlotte, east of Asheville. Established in 1831, right now it's being operated by the fifth generation of the family. The Washburn family has been around for a long time. They started as a tavern and an inn in 1839, 1831. Now remember, that's 30 years before the Civil War started. That's 30 years before the Civil War started. I mean, that's back in times when some people still thought the world was flat. No doubt about it. So we're looking at so many generations that there. Before phones, before electricity, before all that stuff, this store has been in operation and continues to be in operation. It serves people from many parts because it was on a road between Rutherfordton and Lincoln counties, which was a major pathway. It is registered in the North Carolina U.S. Department of Interior. It's located at 2426 Bostic Sunshine Highway, and it's open on Mondays, Tuesdays, closed on Wednesdays, Thursday and Friday open from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and on Saturday to 3:30 p.m. So they're still up and running. So why have they made it for all these years? Because they are community-based. They represent and sell items that are grown by the farmers, by the local growers, or made in the community. And they have things that what people want and things that people need. So it's kind of surprising for some folks to think that a little family business like this in what's really a rural area and not on a major interstate highway can maintain this business all these years. And this is the point I was making about how important it is to serve the people in your community and sell items that are important to them. But also they have about anything someone wants. So they've listened to their customers. They've got snowboards, they've got toys, they've got peanuts that are come out of local communities. They put together baskets for people. So it's a great merchandising situation. So we got things that people want, and you got things that people need. How do you sell the things that people want? You display them and you merchandise them really well with different pricing opportunities. So these are some of the original owners with pictures, but the store is always full of children. It's a place where children love to go and plunder and look at things, and there's things that make them happy and candy. And look at these barefoot kids in a pair of blue jeans. I think that's a great picture. All this information I got from their website. So they've got a really great website where people can shop there for many, many years and do things. So one of our things that we always talk about is offer a menu. Tell people what you have. So when Bostic Shirt gives you their menu, the list is long and long, again, full of things that people need and things that people want. Things that people that are shopping around for a place to go, interesting. We've got these branded items in here, from rocking chairs to Afghan throws, things that you don't find in the big box stores. One reason people come and see them. Sugarcane molasses, denim jeans, honeys and jellies, birdhouses and feeders. So people that are into hobbies and crafts, this is a place that I'd like to go and stop by. Many pictures of their history, so I guarantee you they've been here for a long time. So in 1952, there was some of the latest generations, Edward and Catherine, started their lifelong journey together. They went out to Cheyenne, Wyoming, where Edward was in the Air Force. And after he came back out of the Air Force, he came back and to run Washburn Store for over 60 years. So that time frame is one generation after me, I guess. He passed away in 2018, and his wife kept running the store, very dedicated to do that. And now their oldest daughter continues the legacy of the family-owned business. They are truly in a league of their own. And I want to encourage and challenge any of you, if you're traveling west of Charlotte and east of Asheville, and you got an extra couple of hours, find time to go by there and congratulate these people for being in a league of their own and staying in business as long as they have. I'd like for all of us to be able to say that we have that type of accomplishment, and I think that you can do it. Let me tell you that I have done it. My daddy started it. I kept it going on another generation and was able to find a new generation to keep it going on for many more. And they just had a couple of brand new boys, so maybe it'll go on even longer than that. So be in that league of your own. You are the Academy. Each of you give yourselves a hand and a congratulations for completing a great semester where most of you have attended the classes on Monday and Thursday nights, and it's been a pleasure to get to know you. I hope that our work is beneficial for you. And now the real work begins, and that is applying all this knowledge that we've brought into play. Every day there'll be something else that challenges and that we need to bring forward to make it work. Let me invite you to speak up now, share ideas, criticism, suggestions about our series and about maybe what your plans are to stay in business for the long haul. what type of commitments are you making to yourself to stay in business for many generations? Talk to me. Okay, Sherry, I can always count on you coming on board, right?
What's up, Steve and everybody?
You're the one.
Happy Monday.
I was glad you were there.
You know, I try to give other people time to say stuff before I just butt in and just, be the first one all the time.
We are used to you butting in, so that's just fine. Are you having a good week?
I am. It's just hard to believe these 7, 8 weeks that went by so fast.
We've covered a lot of ground. I didn't really, you really don't realize it till you try to summarize it like we did tonight. So y'all have heard a lot, and I hope that it can help you.
Well, I really appreciate it, Steve, because I was putting the finishing touches on my final chapter this morning before I went to work, and my goal is to publish it before the summer ends. So I just want to say I appreciate you and everything that you have taught us, and I'm excited and can't wait to put everything into use and practice and provide feedback for you.
Have you got a plan for your next 2 or 3 projects?
Well, I'm trying to get through the first one first.
Well, I'm thinking about the long haul. So you go ahead and look at these learning points and turning points and see how that's going to affect you, so that when you do publish your book, you're just not going to be sitting there thinking about, well, what am I going to do now?
I know that's right. I got you, Steve.
Remember how we want to connect our dots, to make the decision so that our dots are connected. So my challenge to you is what are your next projects going to be that help you use the work and the research you've done into putting your book together to carry you to the next level. That way you'll keep the ball rolling and start creating your own brand that way. So good luck with that, and we're excited for you.
Thank you.
All right. All right, talk to me, someone.
I was kind of like Sherry, trying to wait for somebody else to speak. I didn't want to always have something to say all the time. But I really appreciate this class, like I said, on Thursday night, and meeting all the people that are in business and kind of in the same stages that I am. But thinking about the business for the long haul, when I initially went into business, the long haul is the furthest thing from my mind, just because I don't have a business background. I have a medical business. So myself, all right, I got to teach, kind of try to learn about the business side of it. I know how to take care of people. I know the medical side, but that's not the only thing that I need to know to have that stays engaged for the fall. So taking this class, classes over the 2 weeks have really opened up my mind and showed me the things that I need to put in place to stay in business for the fall. So I appreciate that.
And we appreciate you and the work that you're doing, no doubt about it.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, like we said on the Waltons, good night, John Boy. Good night, my family. And I do hope that you'll join us with our new series starting in a couple of weeks. I'll send you a reminder and give it a try and tell other people about what we're trying to do for folks, and encourage them to join us as well. So y'all take care. Good night. God bless you.
Good night, everybody. God bless. Have a good week.
Good night, everybody.
And good night to you.